name of the show. I tried to give the name of the show on my stupid freaking speaker. And I said part 2, same show, and it just comes up show. I cannot do this Spreaker app. I mean, I can, but I'm like a real crazy kind of a driver. I just kind of go all over the place a little bit. I just think that most of the people that drive are stupid, because they are. I mean, who starts hitting their brakes 3 blocks ahead of a red light with their turn signal on? I'm going, just turn. Nobody gives a fuck. My dad used to say I drove like a NASCAR driver. I drove like a Indy 1 driver. I'm a safe driver, and I'll tell you how much of a safe driver I am. When I was in college, this is no bullshit, let me roll my window. When I was in college, there was a weekend that Texas Tech, the Red Raiders were playing the University of Texas. They were playing the Longhorns. This is no lie, I swear to God. And me and about 5 of my sorority sisters, I have no idea where I'm at. I have no clue where I'm at. I don't even know where I'm going. No clue at all. I'm totally lost. Me and about 5 of my sorority sisters decided to drive down to Austin to see the game. And I came up with a better idea. I said, let's drive to New Braunfels, because I have a sister there who was in the same sorority. She was also in the same sorority. And I said, they'll put us up at the sorority house. No big deal. And it was because at the same weekend, Wurst Fest was going on. Wurst Fest is in New Braunfels, outside of New Braunfels, and it's a complete beer bust. It's a German beer bust. That's all it is. And it's nothing but a gigantic singles party. Where the hell am I? What does that mean? I'm trying to make my way home, but I don't know. Which way am I going? It says I'm heading west. So I would go, oh no, I don't know which way to go. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. Where am I at? God, this is a mess. I'm heading west. That means I'm heading towards Los Angeles. I gotta turn around somewhere. Again, I just turned around. I gotta turn around again. Anyway, so we decided to go down there. No big deal. And I was pledging at the time. I wasn't rushing, but I was pledging. I'd already been invited into the sorority. And out of 5 girls, plus me, which is 6, none of them would go unless I drove. I swear to God, I'm not lying. None of them. They were all like, nope, we want Debbie to drive. And that was, well, you do the math, how long ago that was. That was back in the early 1800s. And I mean, some people pick it up quick and some people don't, and I picked it up quick. The only reason I can think of that I'm a good driver is I learned how to drive in a classic, fast car, and I learned how to drive with my father in a 1971. If my brother's listening, he's going to be cracking up laughing. Classic Dodge Charger. I kid you not. 454, 4-barrel. Was it a 454? Yeah. You know, 5-speed. I mean, it had a clutch that was about 2 inches, about a 2-inch clutch, and a, where the hell am I going? I have no idea where I'm at. I swear to God, I'm lost like a bitch. What does that even mean? Railroad crossing, look out for the cars. Can you spell that without any R's? I have no idea where I'm at. See, I do this all the fucking time. I get lost because I don't know where and I was going to be can you imagine if I was an Uber driver? I'd be going, people, I'm sorry, but we're lost. Anyway. But, I'm going to be doing a show in just a few minutes when, if I ever get home. I think I know where I'm at. Wait a minute. Please be something I know. Please, please. Oh my God. What does that even mean? Guys, I am so freaking lost. I have no clue where I'm at right now. I swear to God, I have no idea where I'm at. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm just, what do I do? I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know where I'm at. What am I going to do? Let me think. Let me get my bearings here. I don't know where I'm at. Fuck. This is crazy. I'm on Interstate 78, and I don't know where I'm at. I'm at Interstate 78 and Ferguson Boulevard, and I don't know which way to go. I totally am. I'm facing northwest now, which means northwest. Okay, let me see. Hold on. My car is telling me I'm facing northwest. Hold on, Gunner. I go nowhere without Gunner. He's so mean looking, and if anybody was to walk up, they would just be scared to death. Where am I going? Okay. Let me see if I see anything familiar. McShann Florist. Keller's Driving. Oh my God, that sounds so good. I should stop and get a Keller's Driving. Where the fuck am I at? This is getting scary. Hold on, this is getting weird. St. Peter Vietnamese Catholic Church. Oh my God. I am so freaking lost. Hold on, Gunner. Hold on, Pumpkin. Oh my God. Maybe this guy, maybe I can at least ask somebody. Where am I at? Oh my God. Peavy Road. Shit. Hold on. Let me see if this guy will talk to me. Roll down your window. He's too far ahead. Walgreens. Wait a minute. Peavy and Garland Road. I don't know. I'm screwed. So I don't know what to do. CVS Pharmacy. Wait a minute. I'll just drive for the rest of my life. That's good. I'll just continue driving forever. Anyway, I talked to Steve earlier, and we were going to do, I don't know what that means. We were going to do we're going to do a show in a little while as soon as I get home, if I ever get home. And, yeah, so I'm trying to find, I'm going to get drunk on my show. I'm going to get plastered. I'm going to get knee walking, you know, Loop 12. Wait a minute. Was this a Casa Linda Plaza? Wait a minute. I see something familiar. Wait a minute. Yes, boom. Pow. I can turn left here. Hold on, Gunner. I'm sorry. I just almost knocked Gunner off his feet. I'm at the old Lakewood Theater where they had Jaws and Exorcist and stuff like that a long time ago. All right, now I can concentrate on what I'm saying. Regarding last night, I think it's best if we just put that, oh great, a fucking Dallas cop. I think it's best if we just put that nightmare behind us and pretend it never happened. I just sat through a green light. I think it's best if we put that crap behind us and just forget it ever happened, because I don't know what happened. It's like those people came into my chat room and they started being weird, and I don't know if they were like showing off in front of each other. I don't really care, because anybody that is the kind of person that has to come into a chat room and act tough and mean and insult the host, they can go to hell. Now, I talked to Dave Scott, the owner of Spaced Out Radio. I've talked to him one-on-one. So there's nothing you can say between me and Dave. We had our words with each other. And I told him exactly what I thought. So I know some of you are going to go, well, Debbie, you went into their chat room and started being mean. Number one, I wasn't being mean. Number two, I was being sarcastically funny in a trollish way. And I was making fun of what they were talking about, which is us going to frickin' Mars. We're not going to go to Mars. We can't even get to the moon. And Dave totally understood. He said his listeners in his chat room took it completely out of context. They didn't know me. They were calling me all these weird names and, you know, calling me, you know, saying fuck you. So I said he apologized 2 or 3 or 4 different times. So I'm not like that. I don't go in somebody's chat room and start beating up the host. But I will say this, that's the reason I don't watch my stupid chat room. Because when I do one of my stupid little shows, and I don't care who likes them and who doesn't like them. If you don't like me, don't fucking listen, okay? Nobody's holding a shotgun to your head unless you were going to vote for, well, never mind. unless you pissed Hillary Clinton off, and then all of a sudden you have a shotgun to your head. But anyway, I know where I'm at now. I'm so happy, yay. Okay, but Kurt was on the line. He was intoxicated, but I don't judge people for that. I was raised in intoxication. That didn't sound right. I was raised around, my dad and my uncle would get together on Saturdays, and they would go fishing all day, and he would come home polluted. Gunner's hanging his head out the door. He looks like he's flying out the window. Hi, Pumpkin. And he looks in the front window. But I don't know who those people are. I have an inkling I know something about them, but I don't really care. And I'm going to explain that to y'all, okay, if y'all want to listen to this bullshit. And this is the last time I'm going to talk about this. In the year 2006, I pissed off the Dallas Sheriff's Office in a bad way, okay? Which I still stand by everything I said. They were horribly wrong. It had nothing to do with my husband. They were horribly wrong to myself, to me and my children. And I told them that they could stick it up their ass. And they got pissed off and came back at me by serving fake warrants. And no, it wasn't a SWAT. I'm not talking about anything online. Just forget about the internet right now. I'm talking about my personal life. So they got, this was before I even did Blog Talk Radio or anything. So what they did is they went and got a fake warrant and let it go NYSI, fakely NYSI. And if you were a paralegal like me, you would know what all this meant. Let the warrant go NYSI, which there was no warrant to begin with. And so they came over to, quote unquote, arrest me, okay? And little did they know that we were onto them by that time. And when they walked in the house, my son was videotaping the entire incident. And it was a complete, amazing, blazing, card-carrying, 14-karat gold violation of my 4th and 14th Amendment rights. I mean, it was horrible. And so what happened after that is I was trying to get a hold of one of the officers that was there because they had left something at my house. And I called into the 911 operator and I said, listen, this is not an emergency, but I need you to get a hold of the reason why you have to do that is because Sunnyvale at the time and still did not have a policing agency. They were policed by a group of deputies from the Dallas Sheriff's Office. Anyway, long story short, I got a call from their supervising, the captain down, not the main sheriff, but one of their supervisors. And it just so happened that that supervisor, which I could give you his name, but I won't, knew my father, loved my father, worshipped the ground my father walked on, as my father did him. And when my father worked at the bonding company, this is long before the bonding company got in trouble, okay? I'm telling you what happened between me and the Dallas Sheriff's Office. Before my father had passed away a long time ago in 1999, whenever the hell it was, when my father was managing the bond office downtown at night, because like I said, my father was a night owl, I'm a night owl, my brother's a night owl, my son is a night owl, and he would call over there to the sheriff's department, to the bond desk, and this man would be there, and he'd say, well, it looks like it's me and you tonight. And he had gotten to where he would do bonds for my dad even before my dad would walk him over there because it would be too cold for my dad to come over. I mean, trust me when I say they became good friends, right? Well, when he calls down there, he goes, is Debbie there? He calls my house. He goes, is Debbie there? And I said, this is Debbie. I had this phone number. It was 203-0000. Because when I called to get a phone number, it's not any good, so calm down. Don't have to call it. But it was a local Dallas number. My home number was 203-0000. And they would call the house all the time. And I said, hello. And it was him. And he goes, I need you to come down here. And I said, I don't come down there wherever you're talking. And as well as y'all know me, you know that I'm not lying. I would talk to him just like this. He goes, somebody said that you made a 911 call. I said, I don't give a fuck. And he said, Debbie. He goes, your maiden name is blank. And I said, yep. He goes, by any chance? I said, yep. Don't even ask. Really? I thought he knew my brother. And that's a whole nother show talking about him. But what happened to him? But, are you laying down? Oh, he's laying down in the back seat. Good, we can roll up the window then. So you're going to get up now? You almost made me chop your head off. So he says, I don't believe that. Oh shit, I'm just sitting through, I'm sorry guys, I'm sitting through a stop sign. God, what is wrong with me? Anyway, don't answer that. So he says, I don't believe this is his daughter. I've heard so much about you. And I said, yeah. I said, listen, I don't know if you've heard about this, but these guys have got this is a witch hunt going on down here, over here. And I said, I'm not going to be a part of it. They can stick it straight up their asses, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I'll take care of it. And I said, P.S. By the way, did you hear about the video? He goes, what video? I said, you haven't heard about the video. No, I haven't. I said, they neglected to tell you that it was all caught on tape. I said, would you like to see that tape? And he said, send it to me. So I got it and I made it into a whatever, an MP4, and I sent it, I mean an MP whatever, and I sent it to him. Never heard another word. But that was in April. When, where am I going? 30 East, yeah. The last day of school, I always had, well, I didn't have it, but Stephen always had what he called a pool jam, and that's where we emptied out the swimming pool, and the boys would come over and they would do all these kids would come over and they would do their flips and stuff on their bicycles in the pool that was empty. So he talked his dad into drain the pool, and Dad put down this protective coating, weird stuff, and so one thing leads to another, and one of the kids walks up, and he goes, hey man, what's going on? I said, hey, how are you doing? And he goes, just fine, how are you? And I said, he said, did you hear about blank and blank? I said, hold on, let me roll up my window, I'm on the interstate, hold on. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, you didn't hear? I said, hear what? And he goes, hold on. He said they got put on suspension. I said, what? I said, they did? Are you kidding me? Well, now to go to modern day, okay, ever since that day, I have been told, I've been informed, I've done research and found out that a sheriff's department, if you make them mad, you become targeted by them, okay? Now, they've never done anything logistically to me. I mean, there's been a few instances that I've wondered that if I could dial it back to them. Well, one time, I got an email that said, I could probably find it, it was on my old Yahoo account. I got an email that said, keep talking, we're listening. And when I traced, I did this thing, I got a hold of Jerry. Jerry showed me how to read the blah, blah, blah. One thing led to another, and it went back to somebody in Dallas. The bottom line is this. There are times, and it's not very often, I've never thought anybody at Spreaker up until that day ever could possibly be connected to the Dallas Sheriff's Office. And if you're listening, I'm just being honest because that's the way I do business. I honestly thought, and I'm not completely convinced of myself, that you're not somebody with the Dallas Sheriff's Office. Why? Because I just listen to things that you say, and I'm sure, I mean, and just because somebody, you can't blame me for thinking something like this. You know, you want to say, oh, she's crazy. No, I'm not crazy. You walk a mile in my shoes and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Do I think everybody's with the Dallas Sheriff's Office? I'm doing 65 right now on a frontage road, okay? If I worried about the sheriffs, and I'm gonna have no tags on my car. I'm not a freaked out kind of a person that crawls around on streets and worries. I don't give two fucks anymore. Pull me over, give me a ticket, see if I give a shit. But what I'm trying to say is there's times that some of these, that I get these feelings about things like that, and for some reason my mom always told me, don't always trust your gut feeling. And for some reason when I went over there to that show and I started listening to them talking, I thought, this is weird. And so then I thought, I just brushed it off. I thought, nah, that's not it. That's not what that is. So I started to be their friends. I started laughing with them and talking with them and making fun of Willie and basically becoming one of the guys. Until last night, they come in there and they're all bowed up at me and acting weird and shit and say, you know, put this bitch in her place and all this weird stuff. And I thought, you know, that's so weird because the night before, like Joe said, we were having a blast. We were laughing with Darren. I showed you pictures of his dog. I mean, I didn't have to do all that stuff. Sonny was there. He was having a blast. And then they act like this. You know what I'm saying? And I thought, so Sonny's been working with me behind the scenes to try to toughen me up a little bit, to get rid of people that are not any good around my podcast life. I don't have that problem in my real life. I've got my friends, I've got my family, and there's nobody that needs to be ran out of my life because I wouldn't surround myself with those people. Maybe that's what I need to do online. Who am I talking to? Why am I talking to you? Aww. He's got his little head mashed against the window. Here. So, yeah, anyway, that's about all I had to say, I guess. I'm almost back to the house, and hopefully Steve... God, I'm so mad I don't have anything to get smashed drunk on. Well, I have some vodka, but I never get drunk on vodka, do I? I wonder if Heather's up. She's got my vanilla-flavored Crown Royal over there. I'm going to call Heather and see if I can go over there and get her stuff, my stuff. And I will check in with you guys in a short while, and you should tune in because one way or the other, I'm getting drunk. I deserve it. It's my goddamn birthday, and none of you faggots brought me anything for my birthday. No, I'm joking. I will see you guys later. Steve, if you're listening, be prepared. Low battery, huh? Well, screw you. They sought to dance for me after what it cost.